Hello everyone, rapid recaps here. Today we will be discussing a movie titled Chaos Walking. Please be aware that there will be some spoilers ahead. In the year 2257 AD, humans have settled on a planet similar to Earth, appropriately named New World. A young man named Todd is taking a walk with his dog, and it appears that he can communicate with his dog through his thoughts, which appear as colorful smoke around his head. Todd's dog, Manche, barks and reacts to this manifestation. As Todd is returning to the settlement where he resides, he is approached by a preacher riding on a horse. Todd tries to control his thoughts and their manifestation, which he refers to as the noise. He believes it is painful to control his noise, and birds appear around his head, but he struggles to maintain control over it. He wonders why the preacher is present since attending church is not common anymore. The preacher hears Todd's noise, and it prompts him to approach Todd and confront him. The preacher advises Todd not to hide his noise because he knows the truth about him, that Todd is an orphan who behaves weakly, resembling a woman. However, Todd has never encountered a woman before, as all the women from New World have vanished, while leaving the boy and his dog behind. On the same day, Todd returns to his homestead where his stepfathers are working in a field. Later, they all have dinner together and discuss Todd's day. He tries to conceal the fact that he spoke to the mayor of their settlement, but his actions give him away as Mayor Prentice praises him for his clever use of his abilities. His stepfathers are unimpressed and actually believe that he is unwelcome in their son's life. In a flashback, a young Todd is conversing with the mayor. The mayor hands the boy a knife and advises him on the importance of mastering the art of taming and controlling things to safeguard the remaining individuals. Todd quickly comprehends that the mayor's notion of taming actually entails killing. It is later revealed that the flashback is a manifestation of noise. The mayor explains how, unlike Todd, he was not born in the noise but had to acquire control through years of practice. Todd's noise can be heard in his step-parents' bedroom, and one of them is deeply displeased with the level of control the mayor exerts over their child. A shuttle is descending towards the planet from a vessel that is orbiting around it. The crew on the shuttle has no contact with the planet's surface and is clueless about the current situation there. Meanwhile, the crew members are engaged in a conversation about the settlers who were part of the initial group of colonizers on the planet. As the shuttle enters the atmosphere, peculiar incidents begin to occur. Suddenly, all the thoughts of the men on the shuttle start to materialize, revealing their fear and confusion. This is an unfamiliar experience for them, unlike the men on the planet who are accustomed to it. And as a result, everything goes wrong with the shuttle. Its descent towards the planet becomes an uncontrollable fall, leading to a crash at Todd's homestead. Todd and his stepfather are working on a field when the shuttle crashes. Todd goes to retrieve something from their barn and notices someone running away from it. Assuming it to be a thief, Todd starts chasing after them. The person eventually leads Todd to the location of the shuttle crash. Todd realizes what it is and speculates whether the fleeing person is a survivor from the crash. He notices graves surrounding the area. Todd rushes towards the settlement to inform the mayor. However, due to his difficulty in controlling his noise while walking, he attracts attention. The men from the settlement who hear his noise become curious and start following him towards the mayor's location. Todd shares his findings with the mayor and leads him and a few others to the crash site. Upon arrival, he informs them about a potential survivor who did not emit any noise. Realizing the significance of this, the mayor instructs his men to locate her. Todd is taken aback by this revelation, believing that the survivor is a girl from space. As he contemplates her amidst the wreckage, he spots her approaching him. He is captivated by her presence as he has never seen a girl before. However, she appears confused by his noise. In his excitement, Todd announces to everyone that he has discovered her. She quickly flees through the woods, while the mayor uses his own noise to create an illusionary fence to trap her. At that moment, she is unaware that the fence is not real. Back at the settlement, the captured girl and Mayor Prentice have a chat where she finds out that only men can hear the noise. He also explains the tragic fate of the women in their colony who were slaughtered by the spackle, the planet's native species, during a past war with humans. During their conversation, she spills the beans about a ship that will be coming for her, but she avoids revealing where it will land. Unlike the mayor's control over the settlement's men, he has no power over her. He leaves her alone with his foolish son, who immediately starts rummaging through her bag and stumbles upon an unusual tool. Turns out it's a weapon that he accidentally activates, almost causing harm to both of them. She takes advantage of this chaos to escape once again, sneaking under the preacher's house. Before she leaves the settlement, she overhears a conversation between the mayor and the preacher, who are plotting an ambush on her ship when it arrives. The mayor wants to seize the ship while the preacher believes she's an angel. So Todd heads back home, and guess what? He finds the girl hiding in the barn once more. He sees how terrified she is, so he's like, "Hey, I got you. I'll help you out and make sure no one finds out about you." Todd even tries to keep it on the down low from his stepdads, but they totally see right through him. No explanation needed. They spill the beans on how to protect her from the mayor's clutches. And get this, one of his stepfathers spills the tea that there's another settlement on the planet where she'll be safe, and Todd needs to get her there pronto. Before Todd and the girl can head to the other settlement called Far Branch, Mayor Prentice shows up at the homestead looking for her. But don't worry, they manage to escape. Unfortunately, Todd's stepdad gets killed by the mayor's son. The mayor manipulates Ben into helping him catch Todd to save him. So off goes Todd and the girl, who we now know is named Viola, on their journey to Far Branch, not knowing what they might find there. Along the way, they start getting to know each other better and connecting. Viola reveals that she's never seen Earth or felt rain on her skin because she was born on the colonizing ship, just like her parents who also died there. Todd shares that he lost his mother as a baby, so they're both orphans. Todd starts having feelings for Viola, but he's also annoying her by projecting his fantasies about her with his noise. Not cool, Todd. As they continue their trip to Far Branch, they come across a spackle, one of the native creatures. Todd wants to kill it, thinking it's one of the spackle that killed his mother, but Viola begs him not to, and they realize that the creature is just as scared of them as they are of it. When Todd and Viola get to the settlement, they're faced with a ton of anger and hostility. The people there want to hang Todd once they find out he's from Prenticetown. Luckily, the mayor of Far Branch puts a stop to that. Todd realizes that everything he thought he knew about New World is a lie. The biggest shocker is that not all the women are dead, and it was actually the men from his settlement who killed them, not the native spackle. The men hated that the women could hear their thoughts while they couldn't hear the women's thoughts, and that's how Todd's mother died too. In Far Branch, there are both men and women, and they have young kids running around. The settlement is led by a woman. She takes them in and protects them from her own people and the men from Prenticetown. Viola's bummed to find out that Far Branch doesn't have any modern technology, so she can't contact her ship, but the mayor of Far Branch tells her about another place where she can find a transmitter to send her message. While staying at the Far Branch settlement, Todd and Viola's bond strengthens as she reads passages from his mother's journal to him. As he listens to his mother's account of the situation in Prenticetown before the women were killed, Todd's hatred for Mayor Prentice grows. The spackle aren't mentioned again. Meanwhile, Mayor Prentice and his men are getting closer to Far Branch. However, him and the preacher don't seem to agree on what to do with the girl once they find her. The preacher wants to kill her in the name of his god, while Prentice needs her to provide him with information so he can ambush and take over the ship. Once they get to the settlement in Corner, Todd and Viola are helped by Todd's stepfather Ben to create a distraction. Using his noise, Ben makes a fake version of Viola and tricks the mayor just long enough for them to escape again. However, this time Prentice and his men are much closer behind them. While they are being pursued, the preacher is the first to catch up to them. Although he fails to kill Viola or Todd, he brutally murders Manche as a warning. Viola and Todd stumble upon the wreckage of the ship that brought the first colonizers to the New World. Viola realizes there is a transmitter inside, but they discover that the antenna is broken. They split up, with Todd fixing the antenna while Viola waits for it to come online. The preacher finds Viola and attacks her, revealing his deranged state due to his misguided religious beliefs, misogyny, and frustration. Viola manages to defend herself and kills him using one of her advanced tools. Todd fights Mayor Prentice and attempts to kill him with the knife he was given, but instead, after a grueling battle and sustaining a severe injury, he uses the power of his noise to overcome the mayor. Utilizing the mayor's technique to control the noise, Todd creates a circle of women around him, including the women from Prenticetown who were killed, including Todd's mother. He disorients Mayor Prentice, and in the chaos, Viola pushes him off the side of the shipwreck. Before Todd loses consciousness from his wound, the last thing he sees in the sky is Viola's ship. The men from Prenticetown also spot it and decide not to pursue Viola and Todd. Todd wakes up on the ship, feeling all disoriented and confused. And guess who's there? Viola, patiently waiting for him to come to his senses. His face lights up with pure joy upon seeing her. Turns out she's actually part of the second wave of settlers and plans on staying on the planet with him. That's it for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe to watch more interesting recap videos. Thank you for watching.